Hi guys, and welcome back to the Student Switchboard. Before I get started today, I have two things to address. First thing you might notice is that it's Tuesday. I apologise that this week's video did not go up on my regular slot, which is on a Monday, but due to technical difficulties and life stuff, I couldn't get the video to go up yesterday, so sorry about that. Second thing to note, my hair needs cut so badly, and I wanted to try and get an appointment for today to get it cut this morning, and I couldn't get one, and it's been needing cut for ages, but never mind, we will soldier on, and hopefully I'll have it cut this week, and so by next week I will look a lot more presentable. So today I wanted to talk about the benefits of having a part-time job. This was a video that I had been planning to leave until after the summer. I've got a lot of videos that I really want to film, but I'm planning on leaving them till later in the summer or into the start of what will be the first semester or trimester of next year's university year, because I feel that they'll be a lot more relevant at that point. But I decided that this would be a useful video at the moment because while you often will have a part-time job during your studies, the summer break is probably one of the most common times for people to go and find a part-time job just to get that money coming in while they don't have classes. So today I really just wanted to talk about the perks of having a part-time job and the benefits that it can have to you overall if you have got one and you are hating it at the moment or you are thinking about going to get one. Hopefully this will make you feel a little bit better about it. So the first and most obvious benefit of having a part-time job is a financial benefit. University is not cheap and life in general is not cheap. Unfortunately, money is something that we just can't do without, and so having a part-time job obviously is useful because it puts money into your bank account, which means that you can get on with living your life. Now obviously depending on your circumstances, depending on where you live, tuition fees vary and all that kind of thing, but just life in general and even just leisure activities can cost quite a lot of money. So having a part-time job that's putting some extra money into your bank account can give you the opportunity to do more with your spare time. But what's also really good about having a part-time job financially is that it can give you the experience of saving money. Now for your future life, that's obviously something that is very important for big purchases far in the future, which while we're at university we like to not think about. But having an ability to save money and get used to budgeting and using your money wisely is something that's really useful. Second benefit of having a part-time job, and this is one that I think is really important, but it looks really good on your CV. I think when you've just left school and you're going off to university and whatever, and you're thinking about getting a part-time job and thinking, oh, but it doesn't have anything to do with what I want to do with my life. So maybe you're studying something creative or you're studying something financial or something like that, and you think, oh, having a part-time job in a supermarket or something, what's that going to do for me? But it's really important to have things like this on your CV because not only does it show that you have dedication, so you have stuck to something, so even if it is just a summertime job, you have gone out there and found it and done it, but also in addition to that, it shows that you have worked on your people skills. I can tell you, having worked for over 4 years in a supermarket during my university life, working with members of the public can be an extremely stressful time, but the longer you do it, the more skills you build up in interacting with members of the public, dealing with problem customers, because you will get them. There was no one who has worked in retail who has not come across problem customers, but you start to learn how to deal with these people, how to interact with people in these situations, and that is something that employers look very fondly on when they're looking at your CV. If later in life when you've graduated from uni and you're going to get your first real job out in the real world, and employers look at your CV and see that you haven't engaged in any sort of part-time job throughout your life, whether that is in an office environment or in a shop or in, as I say, a supermarket, or even something like a bar or a restaurant. These are instances that show that not only do you know what it is like to have a job, but that, as I say, you have got used to dealing with and interacting with lots of different people. And benefit number 3. Now again, I think this is quite an important one and is one that I'm going to go into more detail in another video, as I mentioned before. But having a part-time job while you're at university means that you get used to juggling things. If you have a part-time job while you're studying, you have to get used to time management and prioritising and setting time aside that you absolutely can't do anything else but work. And by doing that, you get used to juggling your time and managing it more effectively, and I think that's something really useful. It gives you experience in planning ahead, it gives you experience with motivating yourself, because you really have to when you've got a part-time job and you don't have as much free time as you did before. You have to really learn to motivate yourself to get your schoolwork or uni work done in time slots that you have available to you. So by giving yourself that experience, it means that later in life when you've got your full-time job out there in the world and you are maybe having to balance that with other things, a lot of the time when we leave university we don't just stumble into a first job, so you might be going to do work experience and while you're doing that you're holding on to another part-time job or whatever. So doing this while you're at uni gives you that experience in balancing these things, so it's definitely another benefit. So that's it for my benefits of having a part-time job video. If you've started a part-time job and you're really not enjoying it, obviously go out and look for something else if it's really bad, but if you're just finding it a little bit difficult to get into at the moment, I hope that thinking about these benefits makes it that bit easier. And if you've just finished your exams, which I suspect that a lot of you will have since it's now coming up to the end of May, I really hope that they went well, and don't stress about them, just try and put them out of your head at the moment and have a really good summer break. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will speak to you again next Monday. Bye! Sleep can improve your memory, it can increase creativity and attention span, it can lower stress, and it can even impact on your weight and the length of your life. So